Welcome, ham radio operators, makers, students, shortwave listeners. In this episode, I'm going to explore my own file system to reveal to you the spectrum of my interests. Some of these files will, the names, that's as far as we're going to go in this episode, display topics of my interest, people that I've known through correspondence principally, models of antennas. That's what we're here for specifically. Well, we'll move along from there. Specifications for various items in our toolbox are available to us as cables, wire, some of the very basic elements of electronics. Without further ado, I guess I should proceed into the file cabinet. So here you can see my various interests in alphabetical order. Of course, in the middle right there, antenna is a shared folder. We'll be getting into that considerably, but not right now. Moving down, let's see here. I'll just call out things that catch my attention. Otherwise, you can just view the topic headings as they are, illustrated as folder names. Battery specifications, balun construction, Smith chart work. Boonton that you see there is an equipment manufacturer, or test equipment manufacturer of specialized RF equipment. Let's see, Brown Lewis Epstein, cable specifications, coax cavities, Collins radios, commercial antennas that I've reverse engineered. Let's see, got to move along here. Directional couplers, a Drake TR7 that was on my bench behind me. Easy NEC spreadsheets. That is taking a lot of data from Easy NEC and manipulating it in spreadsheets. FCC regulations, fractals. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that are very interested in fractal antennas. General Radio, another manufacturer. HARP, Helicrafters, Hewlett-Packard, Heathkit again, inductors, impedance, more individuals, Kenwood, Krause. Krause is a writer of antenna theory, Laporte as well. Antennas galore here, Mendenhall's FM transmitter. Near fields, this is the topic that I study quite with very high interest. Noise, NIST frequency standards, NIST on its own, which back in my day was the Bureau of National Standards. Radar, Radio Shack, shortwave radio, resistors, Shannon in the communication in the presence of noise, a very significant paper. Smith chart again, spectrum allocation, source impedance, superconductivity, top hat analysis, my TS430, VLF sites, data, blah, blah, that's just, okay. And some other things here, like my 916A, yes. So, returning to the shack here. that's the broad coverage of my amateur radio interests that I've studied and used for solving problems. And I presume that that's what you're here for, is the problem solution of antenna magic. Yes. And speaking of antenna magic, we're going to delve into, I'm going to return to my files. We're going to go all the way back up to the top. And antenna. Open that, and we'll see once more, again, a wide coverage of antenna species and theories. I guess I should be tabbing down through this so that you can see all that. So you'll recognize the Barbus antenna. Well, Barbus is rather rare. Beverage, equally so. CCDs, that might be interesting topics for antenna discussion. Coax cage, collinears, conicals, dipoles, discones, DLM, early antennas as I call them, that are covered, I've already covered in some degree in my earlier episodes. Fractals, there's a ton of those. Talking about ground, analyzing ground, looking at interference, even a study of my home and how noise, that ties with the interference folder to the right. J-poles, inverted F, one of my favorites, inverted F that is. The Latin antenna, negative refraction, this is going to bamboozle you. Near field power, rhombics, near field studies again, top hats, thick verticals, spiral antennas, transmission lines, TV and other receiving antennas, again, and contributions from other people that I've corresponded with, like Walt Maxwell. And that about does that. Wes Stewart as well. So, returning to the ham shack once again, I'm going to offer that I've got thousands of models that I've done on every antenna that you can imagine and topics that you probably would have never imagined. So, those will be disclosed in future episodes. This was just an introduction to my range of interests and topics that I'll be using as in analysis of principally antennas, but a lot of adjunct materials as well. So, hope to see you in those future episodes. So, thank you.